How's it, everyone? Welcome back to Game Time, episode 20. I'm currently stuck in Greece, and Josh is back home in the beautiful Redefined studio in Cape Town. Joshy, I mean, what an exciting weekend for the Springboks. Like, I was on the edge of my chair, jumping and screaming, sitting in a hotel lobby, watching the Springbok game, and just watching the Boks absolutely destroy that All Black team in the second half. Your thoughts?
We came back, Kitsy. We came back. The
We
boys
came
did it.
back.
The boys did it.
Super
I was
stoked.
at a bachelor's on Saturday. So we were at Dave Shear Guns in the shooting ranges, firing off R4s and handguns and rifles and everything happening there. So unfortunately, down in the shooting ranges, it's a giant safe. So there's no signal down there. So what I had to do was be firing off in the range while one guy had the scores. He'd walk out the safe, update the score on his phone, come down and tell the boys, and keep running out of the shooting range.
Uh,
So we kept up to date
yeah, at
in the
least,
moment, and then watched it after. And dude, what a performance!
but at least the game was on Saturday morning, but you had a couple of days to actually rewatch it. So
I
I
did,
mean,
yeah.
I would absolutely love to rewatch that game. I haven't had an opportunity yet. As I said, I'm beautiful Greece. I was in Mykonos for the weekend.
Yay!
Arrived in Paros this morning. But I mean, the amount of alcohol I've consumed, as one would say, is quite a lot.
Is it a lot?
It's quite a lot. But yeah, maybe I'm pretty stoked. I mean, the break is doing me very well. I haven't got work anxiety once, which is I'm very stoked about.
I had
Big round of applause for myself.
Dude, I had work anxiety on Friday. I went to go play 18 holes at Belleville.
Yeah.
And I was having work anxiety during that. So it makes me very happy to hear that you getting a well-deserved break, which I also think it's important that the people know. Beautiful wife Amy booked this trip, what, a year ago for you?
Yeah. I mean, started talking about it very close to the day I retired. So it was about a couple of weeks after. So she said, like, listen, yeah, September next year, we're going on a retirement trip. And I was like, baby, I haven't even decided if I want to retire yet. Like, we need to make it clear. And but yeah, I mean, the bug has pulled up, and we've been having such a blast. Like, it's been arrived on Thursday morning, been in Mykonos Friday, Saturday, Sunday, flew, or took a ferry this morning to Paros, which is a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, hopefully I get a bit of a tan soon and come back home, and I don't have that palish skin from Cape Town winter.
You're going to come back and all of us are going to look like snowmen over here, and you're going to have that little Greek flair to you over there, dude. Excited for it. Excited for it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But no, a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
What are your how many days do you have left there, and what are the plans for the days left?
Yeah, we in Paros till Sunday, and then back to Cape Town on Monday. So arriving in Cape Town on Tuesday, which is good. So it's back into it. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't even know. Like, I mean, the missus just chilling at the pool upstairs that we're sitting and shooting the podcast here. But
Love it.
and also, it's another week and not missed one episode.
There we go, dude.
Hopefully, the video content from this one comes out very nicely. But to be honest, I don't even know. We rented one of those Polaris, those little buggies, and that's pretty cool. So I'll send you a photo later of that thing. But it's like driving around the island with one of those. It can be pretty dope. But no, there's some Blackhead beach clubs booked. To be honest, I don't even know the names. Like we'll make a full list on the comments after this, and we'll
Okay. There we go. Everyone's gonna know exactly where you were, dude. We'll tell them after you there, not before. Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, a lot of things booked, a lot of things planned. I must say, in Mykonos, we were at Scorpios last night, which was a pretty dope jaw. Like, I mean, feels like there was 10,000 people in the venue, but it was just
Damn.
such a cool DJ, lovely sunset, just seeing everything. Um, I mean, the night before we were, I don't even remember the names to be honest. Alamagoo, we were the night before, which is in interning on the Friday night. So we went like party, 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 and then ferried over to Paros this morning. So it's like a bit more calm, and they're like it's calmer, but be careful. You could still end up in a restaurant, and then all of a sudden people just start twirling the napkins, and then you end up jolling till 4 o'clock in the morning. So they
Love
said
it.
it's a calmer island, but just be careful. Just be
There we
careful.
go. I dig that, dude. Well, it's
Yeah.
we've got a group of friends of ours. Shout out to Cole and Hannah, Greg and Claudine. A couple of the guys are all in Greece as we speak right now, and they made the
Mm,
group at the beginning of the year to see if everyone could hopefully be ready in time to get to do a week or
mm,
two in Greece. And unfortunately, with everything going on, now it's just not the right time for me to leave the office and leave the studio and be on that side. But I've been
mm.
chatting with Amy. She's been sending me secret little behind the scene videos. So I've got a little bit of a taste of what's going on there. But yeah, hopefully next year at some point we can all do it together. But other than that, dude, genuinely from myself and from everyone that listens as well, this holiday is very deserved for you. So I'm very, very happy
Thanks,
that
man.
you're getting some time away and you're getting to be a well-behaved naughty boy, as they say.
As they say.
There we go,
A
bugger.
well-behaved naughty boy. I like
There
that.
we
So
go,
that's the next logo for a t-shirt.
dude. I love that.
Well-behaved naughty boy.
I had
Well-behaved
I
naughty
was
boy.
I was having a call with my dad earlier, and we were just talking on exactly what you said about like that work anxiety, that like guilt that starts to kick in when you feel like you're not working as much as you should, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And I was saying to him, a friend of mine told me on Friday when we were on the course, he was saying a quote that came to mind for him was, "All work and no play makes Johnny a sad boy." And I was like, there you go, dude. Sometimes you got to have some time to yourself, some time with the boys, some time with the missus,
100%.
and some time on a sandy beach. So glad you're getting it in, dude. But otherwise,
No, don't get.
what a weekend. I will come out and be the first to say it. South Africa, 2027 World Cup champions. I'm putting it out there now. I know that's
And
very
as
far ahead.
and as we do on the show, we put it out in the universe. We put it out there. We manifestation stuff. We manifestation the shit out of this one. 2027 Springbok three-peat. It's happening.
100%, dude.
First to five, three-peat.
There we go, dude. It feels like it's written. And you and I made the comment a few weeks ago saying, granted, we said it about Eden Park, that a loss against the Aussies, a comeback, and then a win at Eden Park would just be such a great story to write down in history.
Mm.
Well done to New Zealand once again. We've given them so many props for the Eden Park game, but they kept that heritage alive. Congrats to them. But the fact that not only did South Africa come back and win, but set a history, a historical win, and wrote it and put it down in the books, that was what a performance. Anyone that was doubting, anyone that had anything negative to say, I hope you eat those words. I hope you're having sleepless nights this week, because do not gun down the Springbok name. We're here to stay, and we are the champions of 2027.
Also, like saying last week's episode, we spoke about like how would the Springboks react to it, and I always say like a wounded Springbok is a dangerous Springbok, and I mean Rassie made multiple changes to the team, and it was so exciting to see guys like Erge having more than 40 minutes. It was so exciting to see that a guy like Marnie, the two biggest defeats the All Blacks have ever taken by the hand of Springbok, both Marnie was at the helm. He was conducting it, he was running it, he was putting guys into holes, putting guys into space, playing the right area. So for me, it was, yes, there's a core group of Springboks that is unbelievably good and unbelievably senior leaders in the group, but this team was almost without them. And then they put up a performance like that, and I was like, I sent you through my current 15. I feel is the best players in those positions. And I mean, to dive into it, I might get into a bit of trouble with some of my mates, but there's some players I can see heading up or teeing up the future of the Springboks for a very long time, and actually heading those jerseys and racking up of stats and getting back-to-back victories against the greatest team. So if you want to go through my current 15,
Got them here
I
for
don't know if
you.
you want
Got
to,
them here for you.
but
So
they
the way you had it written, I'll go in order from 1 to 15. Ox,
yeah.
Malcolm, Thomas, Argia, Ruan, Sia, Peter Steph, Jasper, Kobus, Mani, Chezi, Andre, Jesse, Hooker, Gaza.
That is my current, I think, most informed 15 at the moment. I think a guy like Eben could easily slot in there. I think a guy like Krappies could easily slot in at 9. Andre can easily, but for me, just looking at that pack of forwards performance from the weekend, that was like, especially like in that second half when Kwacha came on. I can even put Kwacha in there somewhere, but I mean, I think Sia's a great leader. I think Peter Steph's got that X factor and he's just a menace when it comes to the All Blacks. But there's so many guys. But if I had to pick a team that I might see play in a World Cup final 2027, and if you think about age, experience, being able to play maybe another 50 test matches up to then, or not 50, like maybe another 30. I could see these 15 guys actually jog out against a All Black team in a World Cup final in 2027. So yeah, I mean, I think a lot of my teammates, ex-teammates, gonna be very upset with me, but I just feel those are my informed players at the moment, and it might change next week again. I might see a Buan Venter like at the number 1 spot because he played the lights out against Argentina, or maybe see a Volkelo back at tight head, or maybe Bongi makes it back into the cut or into the mix. I'll see him maybe as a replacement for Malcolm, but I mean, these guys have just blown my mind by the performance they put up.
It was there was a few things. I was watching through a lot of different interviews and reading a lot of different comments. Firstly, once again, to bring the fan perspective, the comments are obviously massively positive, but I want to give a huge shout out to the New Zealand fan base for giving credit where credit is due. You could see it in the interview afterwards with Sia and Rassie. And Rassie was saying, when we got, pretty much walked at Eden Park, New Zealand weren't rubbing it in the faces, making a big scene. They humble in defeat and in win. And so South Africa tried to handle it the same. Rassie spoke very highly of New Zealand, spoke very highly of the boys. I hope they had a fat all this weekend before coming back home for next week's game. There was some beautiful synergy. Yeah, I'm sure they did, dude. There was some beautiful synergy, dude, between what I was really impressed by and what I was reading a lot in the comments. What South Africans are very, very happy about is with the forwards, there was this magic juice that got sprinkled over that field. And the forwards were not only making meters, but they had incredible ball handling from guys like Andre, Peter Steph making that run down the line and going for the high ball. Ethan Hooker under the high balls was incredible. I don't think he missed a single high ball out of that game. I stand corrected. He also had an incredible run, pretty much almost from our own 22 all the way through 6 players. So we seeing, and I actually wanted to ask you about this. We seeing a beautiful mix of old, brutal, go for the big hit, make the meters styled rugby out of the forwards, but also we suddenly have a little bit of footwork, a little bit of sput, and a little bit of handwork in these forwards as well. Argia on, well, technically 2 tries, the first one taken away, but on that try as well, finding that gap and making that break, and most importantly, being quick enough to maintain that break and get over the line. What are we implementing here, dude? That's making such a massive impact.
I mean, I must say a lot of credit to a guy like Tony Brown. They came into a very, how can I almost say, well-drilled Springbok team. Like, they was confident in their kicking game, confident in their defense, and had a certain style of like brutality and physicality that they played at. And I think he came in and he said, listen, guys, for us to really have a full go at the 2027 World Cup, we need to add these attacking layers into it. It's the passing game, it's the offloading, it's the playing in the right areas, playing with the space. And I think it's just unlocking those moments. I think that little cross kick from Cheslin to Peter Steph with the pop off the ground to Kwagga to score that try. That's
Mm.
like a key thing because I think when Peter Steph's ability to recognize there's a winger in front of him is, I mean, he's 2 meters tall. He can jump fucking almost 3 foot off the ground. So he's standing there, and he's got the ability to tell Marnie on the inside, listen here, put it on a ticky for me. I can jump. I can probably out jump this guy. I can catch it, and hopefully there's a clear sprint into the line. Or as Peter Steph's skill set was shown, they caught the ball above his head, landed on the ground, and then had the ability to actually pop the ball off the ground to Kwagga ran onto it with pace. So those small little things, those little tip passes, those little overlines, um, they just make it more difficult for the defense to actually read the Springbok because now you got when a guy's really in trouble, he can put his head down and he can make some meters. But when things are a bit more fluent, they've got the ability to actually get the pass away, those little passes out the back or that little flick um, for the 10 coming around the corner. It's just brilliant. I think Sasha's first 10 minutes, you could see he was really trying to push the envelope with attack. He was always like around the corner, around the corner. He wanted the ball. When Moni came on, he actually calmed the game completely down. Once he got injured, and Gaza went from center to fullback, which brought on the bruiser Andre, and he just absolutely dominated that midfield. The
Yeah.
fucking tackles he put in, he was just stinging the Oaks all the time, which was pretty awesome. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's why I said that 15 I put in. There's a bit of input in there, but also I really like the guys who are a bit more experienced. Don't get me wrong, I'll still pick a Damien Allender, but I think Andre's performance on Saturday, even though he came off the bench, was a almost as complete a performance he could have played, and that's why he's in my 15. So
Yeah,
I think Tony Brown's adding this thing into the box, which is pretty impressive.
yeah. There was a really cool little interview segment that I found from after the game where they interviewed Gaza, Marnie, and Sasha. And Gaza was saying that leading up to this game, the backline players had all got together for a coffee, and a statement that he made that really stood out to me. They agreed, almost as a quote unquote pack of players, that go for the hit, go for the big run, attempt something, try something. There's enough confidence in the team and enough trust in each other that when, the man standing next to you sees you go for a gap or try something special, there's enough trust that, the other players know that they can back you up on that move. And it's always something, as a fan watching from the outside, that makes me really nervous when you've got someone with really quick feet that makes the meterage and hits the ground. Are there people quick enough to back him up and make up
Yeah,
that space with him, that it doesn't become a turnover, especially against, someone like New Zealand? They're so sharp
yeah,
and so awake that the second that player hits the ground, they're ready to steal. And we were able to cover a lot of that, which was really sick. It's
yeah,
awesome to see a little bit of support and fandom start building for Marnie again.
yeah,
Really, really frustrating to hear the crowd boo him every time he stepped up to kick. I can imagine that that's a huge mental game, trying to add to the pressure that's already on him. But
yeah.
huge credit to him. He's taken everything on the chin. He's proved himself time and time again. As you say, two of the biggest wins against New Zealand with his feet on the ground. Massive shout out to Marnie.
Which, yeah.
We've, in the show, Kitsy, we've given credit so many times to him for his game IQ, for his ability to
Mm.
find those openings, especially within those cross kicks. Love when Marnie gets one of those in. They always work so well.
Yeah,
Damien is a bulldozer, dude. He's got the strength of a
of
frontline
a
player,
forward.
but he's got the legs and
Yeah,
feet of a back. It's incredible that he can get that
it's
right.
incredible. And we can just like on a dime, we can just step and bounce and get out of a tricky situation, which is so impressive. But yeah, I mean, I've after watching Damien's previous test match, I think he came back from a maybe a long-term injury or hasn't played for a while, and it wasn't the clearest or most confident Damien, but I think something clicked in this test match, and I felt I was a bit nervous with his selection because I wasn't sure if he was confident enough to play yet, or what the situation was. But when when he started doing those things he does, it was all controlled. He's trying really hard, but it came off, which is good because now you get a confident Damien. He's back maybe in the Springbok setup for Durban against the Argentinians, and you will see a guy he tries really hard. He doesn't give up, but he also executes well, which is good.
Mm,
And that's when he's at his best. Because he's someone that means a proper strandhond. He works hard. He doesn't give up. He he plays the game flat out, but uh, he sometimes he makes a couple of skill errors, either a bad pass where he knocks it on, or he loses the ball in contact. But when he's trying that hard, but he actually executes well, then it becomes like extremely dangerous, and then you can see. Then he becomes like one of the best players in the world, and I love it when he plays like that because he's confident, he's hard, he goes flat out. He's got a bit of dog in him, and I love seeing that. But hopefully we see that next weekend again, or not next weekend, the weekend following.
yeah. Before I want to ask you some questions on the difference between game one and two, but before we hit that, I want to get your opinion on, dude, Grant Williams at wing. I really, really like that change. He's so fast, yet he's got the handbrake of a Porsche 911 and stops on the spot and immediately 0 to 100, like in a completely different direction again. Do you think that's something that we're going to see more often now?
Sorry, I just missed that first bit.
With Grant Williams on the wing.
Oh yes, um, yeah. Yes, I don't know. I like him at nine as well. To be honest,
Mm,
I love Kobus at nine. I love Grant at nine. I think when it's an open game, maybe like the Argentinians, which is quite a Argentina feels like a very uh, fit fit team and quick team. So they back three is like extremely fit, and those sprint flipping everywhere. So maybe it'd be a good thing to see him back at nine. But also like I mean playing majority of the game at wing, and Kobus finishing the 80 minutes. I was like it was quite incredible to see him because he's got extreme pace. I mean his acceleration off the mark is unbelievable. So yeah, hopefully we see him more often in the wing jersey because I think he can excel there. But also, like I mean, at nine he's just incredibly good. So I don't
yeah.
know. It's going to be a tough one. It becomes because there's so many good players and there's so many senior good players and leaders. I think it's going to become tough for Rassie to start selecting
Mm,
a match day 23 that he's comfortable with. And when I say comfortable, he can pick anyone and to have a good team, but where he knows like this, I need to start building these combos now. So I think that his job's gonna be tough to put a team together every weekend, which is nice. But how is he gonna build combos? How is he gonna like have a 9-10 combination, a twelve
yeah.
thirteen combination, a back three combination, loose foot? Because everyone's so good, so he's just gonna start interchanging the guys the whole time, create more game time for certain players that don't play that often. But it's gonna be interesting. I'm so excited about what Pop Rugby has in front of it. So yeah, hopefully we just don't go through the same cycle we went through now. We played a crap one, played a brilliant one, or a good one, then played a shit one, then played an extremely good one. I hope that first against
Yeah.
Argentina just goes, boys, just win it at least. If we can win it, then we can at least go for the bonus point win and um yeah, Twickenham, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
I think
I'm
I, I
I'm
think
nervous all of a sudden again.
Oh, dude, nerves. I think nerves are a good thing, right? Because it's
Yeah.
awesome to see Argentina performing the way they are. I mean, beating Australia this past weekend as well was huge for them. Um,
Yeah.
so I think next weekend in Durban, which you'll be at that game, thankfully we'll be at that game as well, thanks to Monster Energy for that. And so, I'm kind of hoping that it's a little bit of a skopskitten donor for us and we're able to
Yeah.
take that win so all the boys can celebrate in Durban.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you specifically. I've got a whole lot of pointers here that I'll just give credit to at the end of the epi.
Yeah.
But what do you think was the big change? Obviously, the starting 15 was different. Players were playing in different positions to what they usually do as well. But what do you think the big change was mentally for the boys between game 1 and 2? As we always say, South Africa performs very well when we're on the back foot. We always like to have something to prove. But what do you think changed? I mean, it's a 5-6 day difference, and you see an
Yeah.
entirely different team.
That's probably one of my favorite sayings in rugby is a lot can change within 7 days. Rugby is that sport where you can change your entire game plan. If you're a good team, you can change your entire game plan. You can change your entire mentality. Um, you can go from being one of the worst teams in the world or playing like not now. That's the wrong saying. You can be a team that missed out on so many opportunities week one, and then within 7 days you can fix so much of it. So that you actually play a decent game. You solid. You execute. You finish. So I think probably just that. I think they realized they've made a mistake. I think they realized that they had opportunities to actually win the game, and put some real pressure at Eden Park. And then I think Rassie just went like, listen, guys, we're not going to miss out on these opportunities again, because within the first minute of the game we had an opportunity to score. We lost the ball. Cheslin got
Stopped by
tackled
Jordy.
over the line.
Yeah.
Jordy, yeah, got Kobus knock on with Ergia. So there was like three opportunities to score, and two of them we were over the line, and the other one we lost the ball. Oh, the line out, we lost the line out. Malcolm's first line out was overthrow. So there's three clear opportunities to actually put points on, and we didn't take one of them. So now I think Rassie just went like, listen, guys, you're creating all these opportunities. Don't be scared to just finish them. I mean, Cheslin made an intercept try. Kwaga's beautiful try. Cheslin scored. No, Cheslin scored twice. Who was the other one who scored? I can't remember all the tries now.
Gaza.
Gaza scored from
Andre.
a contest. Like Ruan went up, stole the ball 5 meters from New Zealand line, played for play. Gaza went over three oaks in his back. Like I think they just went, and probably Rassie just went like, guys, like you creating opportunities, just go and finish them. Just like have the energy and the gears to go, fuck, we creating so many, let's just try and finish as much as we can, and then the score will take care of itself. Because every time it looked like the Boks were like ruthless when it came to those opportunities. I think it was a brilliant tackle from Jordy to stop Cheslin, and you can see the way he celebrated, like that was a big moment. And and Kobus one was unfortunate. I think Ox wanted to give the ball in a clean play to him, literally just fell out of his hand. But like, I mean, the ref could have easily gone. That went straight down. And then Malcolm's overthrow. But I mean, I think it was just that mentality when they get to that point is to not stop and just try and finish it. Just try and get over the line.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents.
I think we've kind of stepped into an era right now where it seems like the only time the Springboks lose is by our own error. Which it's an incredible space to be in.
Yeah, but that's the annoying bit, because it was the same against it was Eden Park. It was the same in that first test match. We had all the opportunities. It was a turnover here, turnover there, knock on there, knock on there. So and I think that's what Tony Brown's getting right. He's like, I think he's installing some confidence in the box to say like, listen, guys, you fucking actually going out there and you're creating. We used to create 8 opportunities a game, and you had to finish 7 of them because we had to get 7 times you had to get points from them. It's changed completely. It's flipped around. Like you're creating 20 opportunities now, and if you finish 50% of them, you're still going to outscore the opposition. It's like Nas always says, the team that wins is the team that outscores the.
Exactly, and that's rugby in a nutshell.
That's rugby in a nutshell. But I mean, it's Tony is creating these opportunities, or is installing the skill set in the team to create all these fucking opportunities. And hopefully the Springboks keep doing it for the next 2 years. And when we get to the 27 World Cup, instead of creating 3 opportunities, they create 15 and they execute on 5 of them, and then we'll probably still win. We'll still be able to win the matches. So
Yeah.
I think that is the scenario at the moment, which is good,
Yeah.
which is a good place for South African rugby to be in.
I think I stand corrected on this, but I think we had 16 entries into the 22, of which I think 7, trying to do math here, converted to tries. So
I can see the smoke's
statistically,
coming out of your ears.
yes, this dude, I'm hurting you already, eh? Yeah, already. So, yeah, all the numbers swirling. It was
It's like that scene. It's like that scene from Hangover movie. Where
yeah,
he's like sitting there playing blackjack and it's like fucking numbers everywhere.
just sitting there with all the math,
fuck.
all the rugby math. I think it was 2 to 3 points per entry on average. Is kind of, it was like at a 2.7 or something, to be super nerdy about it. And for us to come in with 2 uncapped players, for New Zealand to come in, again, stand corrected, 8 uncapped players. I think that's going to change for New Zealand, obviously, now leading up to the 2027 World Cup. So that number will drastically diminish from now leading till then. Very excited for the Argentina game. And then also, I'm very excited to see us take this style of play, which again, I think is old school bred with the new school, and see this against the Northern Hemisphere, to see this against France later this year, and see how we're able to kind of adapt to Northern Hemisphere rugby.
That is what's something I'm looking forward to extremely, because I think the last time we played World Cup against the French was, remember, it was like a back and forth game, and it was like everyone was on the edge of the seats, and it was like nail biter, and like everyone's gonna have a fucking heart attack. I think when we play this style, where we like create all these opportunities all the time, it's just like it's gonna be like probably a similar game, but hopefully the next time we play them, we don't give them as much opportunities. Like we just need to create the whole time and attack when they like trying to bring the fucking big pack of forwards into the game, and we're just running straight through them. So yeah, hopefully we can create and score and keep them scoreless, because I fucking hate to punt.
I feel you. It's not fair that you can leave and go win a gold Olympic medal, and then suddenly that makes you Oaks the best in the world again. Nah, buddy. You want to see gold in this standard, yeah.
Yes, I mean I haven't seen in a fucking long time. Australia's number 1 on the Rugby Champions log with 11 points.
Yeah, but it's a farce. It's a damn lie, Kitsy. It's a damn lie. It's a farce. It's a lie.
I mean, maybe it's
a mystery.
Maybe it's alphabetically.
Oh, that's what they did. I see. Okay. That's what it is. Also, to be first on the log coming off of a loss, I'm like, okay, fair play, I guess. But no, I'm excited to see us take on Argentina next week, and give that a bit of a walloping. Be coming off the back of 3 wins in a row at Wellington against New Zealand now. So I think the boys are going to be very confident, super excited to actually be at that game. I'm going to be losing my mind at that game. Hopefully we all make it onto the Theophia again with smiles on our faces and not upset looks on our faces. I promise we're not upset. I just get very, very obsessed with the game. But pumped, dude.
Never upset, only disappointed.
Exactly. And even that disappointment, I fix it with one cold bomb, one cold little squaddy, and I'm fine again. Yeah. But Bugger, we've got like 2 minutes left in this call, unfortunately, and I don't want to take too much of your time while you're having a lekker jaw on that side of the world. So thank you for your time for the show, for coming in and being willing to do this while you're having a lekker jaw.
Pleasure, remember.
The show must go on. There we go, dude. Show must go on. I will hold the fort down here, and you go make sure all the Greeks learn about this thing called rugby. Yeah.
And then we just catchphrase them.
Catchphrase. That's what it's got to be. Yeah, that is our catchphrase.
Catchphrase.
Lekker bugger. But I'm sending you lots of love. Please love to Amy as well. And enjoy it, dude. Enjoy it. And we'll see you in a week or so. Lekker bugger. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. As you can tell, our dedication to the show is unmatched. for Stephen to be doing this all the way from Greece while he's up a lekker jol on holiday there. The boys are here. We're ready to talk rugby next weekend, or this weekend coming, apologies. There won't be a game on, so it will once again be a lekker kakpraat episode. But the week thereafter, we'll be back into rugby, talking everything ruggers, as well as your trip overseas and all the kak that I've been getting up to while you've been away. So love you lots, bugger. Have a lekker jol.
Love you too. Cheers, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.